We're standing here with Representative Anthony Kern from Arizona, talking about now what's happened with the Electoral College. Sir, it's great having you on.
Okay, thank you for having me.
So, a lot of people have questions about what happened. This is, of course, one day after the Electoral College went to cast their votes. What really happened with the different states with bringing their electors to this?
So yesterday, as you know, December 14th, the electors cast their vote for the presidential elect. In Arizona and several other states, the Biden electors voted for Biden, and the Trump electors at the same time voted for President Trump. So both those slates of electors went to the Capitol, and on January 6th, Vice President Mike Pence gets a choice on which electors he's going to choose. And I'm almost positive that that on January 6th there's going to be a contested electoral process, and if that's contested, then there's going to be debate. And once there's debate, they're going to come back and vote, and it's going to be just a nice constitutional lesson for all America to see.
So just to be clear, then, technically, the main electors, very likely Biden won. Technically, the ones who were contested, very likely Trump won. Is this accurate?
Yes, that's very accurate.
And so the media reports saying Biden won 270. What would you say to that?
Biden is not the president-elect at this point. President Trump is still president, and right now there is no president-elect until January 6th, when this constitutional process goes forward and the electors are chosen and counted. That's when we have an actual president-elect to be sworn in January 20th.
Now, you were one of the electors in Arizona. There were different rumors that people were being blocked from casting their votes. Was this accurate, or was that just in one of the areas?
Yeah, there's video. That's a great question. There's video in Michigan where the electors, the GOP electors, were blocked from entering the Michigan Capitol after the Democrat electors had been allowed to go inside, which I think is absolutely wrong and un-American. In Arizona, we met at the Arizona GOP office and cast our electors and signed our names to the affidavits. And I voted for President Trump, and I voted for Vice President Mike Pence, as did the other 10 electors. So that did not happen in Arizona, but it did happen in Michigan.
Now, a lot of people are questioning what's going to happen. There's a lot of people are really concerned about the lack of public information on what's going on. They're concerned about what is the process from here out. So you mentioned Mike Pence is going to cast his vote on who's the president, essentially, and it's going to go to Congress very likely. What is the process from there?
Well, the process from there is again, this is a great constitutional lesson for most of Americans that really, haven't had the time to read the Constitution. So this is a great lesson for all of us. After Vice President Pence, the electors, he picks them out of the envelopes. A congressman or woman can contest the election, and a U.S. senator can contest the election. If that happens, and I know for positive there is one U.S. House Representative, I think he'll be here today, I think his name is Mo Brooks, he will be contesting the election on the U.S. House of Representatives side. If that happens, there's 2 hours of debate, they vote, and whoever comes out of that vote is our next president-elect. And we're hoping, because the numbers show that it leans in the GOP's favor, we are hoping and praying that it is President Trump is our next president, and he serves another 4 years.
Now, that's been one question people have had. From what I understand, it's the states each elect one person to cast their vote. Is this accurate in terms of how that will play out?
Yes. Each state will have, according to the congressional delegation, they will have each state, one vote. And so, again, it leans, I think it's 30. I mean, I'm hearing different numbers, and I haven't counted it myself, but it definitely leans in the GOP's favor, which would hopefully lean in Trump's favor. And if that happens, again, President Trump will serve another 4 years as our president of the United States.
I guess just last question. Given the current situation, the current climate, is there anything you've seen or anything you hope people will understand? Any misunderstandings you will hope to clear up with this?
Well, I would say there is enough evidence out there. I sat in Arizona for 10 hours 2 weeks ago at an election integrity hearing, and I sat there and I listened to citizen after citizen. I listened to experts in the field of data gathering and different fields of election and all that. I was absolutely convinced the reason why I went there was to see what evidence was out there. There is absolute evidence, and it continues to grow every day. My advice to anybody out there, don't listen to the mainstream media. Turn it off. Listen to good news outlets like the Epic Times. You guys are growing, I know. I just subscribed to your newspaper, and because you're a good, balanced point of view. You don't lean right, you don't lean left. You're good. It's good information. So I would say continue to watch and see, and get rid of the other media outlets, and listen to the ones that you trust, and talk to your neighbors. And it's a learning process for all of us, but I do really believe President Trump will come out in the end.
Representative Kern, thanks for being on.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.